What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Full 90. It is time for La Liga Week 2 predictions, and we had a good week last week. We generated over 10 units in profit from just the single picks in the video alone. We also had our first perfect score of the season, Valencia and Sociedad drawing 1-1. We still have, at the time of recording, Real Madrid against Osasuna tonight, so I don't know how that went. I'm expecting a Real Madrid win, of course, but we move on to Week 2, kicking it off with Real Betis up against Alaves. Alaves getting a really good win against Levante. I wasn't sure they were going to get over the line with that one. And Betis 1-1 with Elche. Difficult away from home, but I do think they bounce back here with a much needed win. I'm going to say 2-0 to Real Betis. The tip is Betis to win at 1.8. Real quick, we're getting very close to the international break, which means we're getting close to drawing the $100 giveaway winner over on Patreon. So you still have a chance to get involved. Like I said, if you join the Patreon before the international break, you'll be entered into the draw to win that, just like everyone flashing up on your screen now. So if you want to shout out in every video, exclusive members tips and accumulators and messaging access to me, as well as in the next couple of weeks a chance to win $100, then click that Patreon link in the description. The fact that there were over, I think, 4,000 of you. Let me just check that, because that's mental. Yeah, look at that. Over 4,000 of you watching the La Liga tips. It's insane. Obviously, the Premier League video popped off. That's my most popular prediction video for the Premier League. As you can see there, we had a Champions League one, which is like 100 views ahead. Probably that's now gone to number 2. And that's an OG, you know, Premier League video final table prediction. But yeah, the videos lately, I really do appreciate the support. We've had over 500 subscribers in the last week, so thank you so much for that. So yeah, it's never been a better time to join the Full 90 crew. We're going to try and hit 50,000 subscribers this season, which is mental. Like 16,000 subscribers in a year is nuts. But it is our first season of Premier League, Champions League, La Liga, Serie A and Bundesliga from the beginning. And if you guys ask nicely, perhaps I'll also throw in Europa League from the knockouts as well. I used to do Europa League knockouts, but last season I did Serie A, La Liga and Bundesliga instead. So if you want to see that, let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you're new, because we're making so much content. But we have Mallorca up against Celta Vigo. We had Barcelona -1 handicap last week for odds of 2.3, and Barcelona scored twice, and then Mallorca had 2 men sent off. They took the foot off the gas and only won 3-0. Celta Vigo lost 2-0 to Getafe. That was probably the shock of game week 1. And I can't separate these two teams. I do think on paper Celta Vigo are better. I think at home they would probably win, and they are the favourites here, even though it's away. Mallorca obviously do have those suspensions, but I'm just going to go for a high-scoring 2-2 draw. And the tip is going to be both teams to score at 1.95. Moving on, we have Atletico Madrid losing to Espanyol 2-1. Again, probably that was the shock of the week, actually, to be honest. And Elche drawing, getting a very good point against Real Betis. I think Atletico Madrid have got to bounce back here. I'm going to say 3-0. And the tip is going to be, these odds are terrible, Atletico Madrid -1 handicap at 1.72. After this, we have Levante, who lost 2-1 to Alaves, and Barcelona, who won against Mallorca, as we said. This is going to be absolutely massive. Barcelona, the likes of Barcelona, Man City and Bayern Munich, they are the 3 that just don't stop. If they're 2-0 up, they will not stop. They'll keep going. I'm going for a massive win here. I'm going for 5-0. I'm going 5-0. And the tip, which only needs a 3-0 or more, 3-goal winning margin basically to come in, Barcelona -2 handicap at 2.62. I think this could be absolutely massive. This could, we could see 6 or 7 here, genuinely. Could look at over 4.5 goals as well. Probably better odds than Barcelona -2, to be honest. Just go for goals. Let me check that out. Yeah, over 4.5 goals is 3. So that might be a better shout, but then that takes out 3-0 and 4-0, which is very likely. I'd imagine the most likely scoreline in terms of odds is 3-0, which is going to be 9.5. Okay, so 2-0 is the most likely. So, yeah, I would say Barcelona -2 is very good. After this, we have Osasuna up against Valencia. We don't know how Osasuna got along against Real Madrid. I think that'll be 3-0, 3-1, that kind of scoreline. I do think this is going to be another stalemate. Valencia picking up another draw. Another 1-1, and the tip is both teams to score again at 1.95. Again, a little bit difficult because we haven't seen Osasuna in competitive action yet, but still, I'm going to go for 1-1. Obviously, Valencia, a couple more days rest too. Does that play into it? Not so sure. But either way, 1-1. After this, Real Sociedad up against Espanyol. Sociedad getting that draw with Valencia, as we said. Espanyol, brilliant win against Atletico Madrid to start off their campaign. I'm not going to be changed by that. I'm not going to wear rose-tinted glasses and say that Espanyol are the real deal here. I think reality is going to bite. I think Sociedad win this one 2-0. And the tip is Real Sociedad to win at 1.8. After this, it's Villarreal up against Girona. Villarreal taking a 2-0 win against Oviedo. Early 2-goal lead. Sort of took their foot off the gas. Girona losing out to Rayo Vallecano. I think Villarreal win this one. I'm going to say 3-1. I've bitten the bullet. It's my highest odds tip of the video. Villarreal to win and both teams to score at 3.2. I know Girona have sort of dropped off a cliff a little bit in the last 18 months or so, but they're an okay team, and I think they can get a goal. But Villarreal are just... they are solid. They are very good. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 win there. After this, Real Oviedo up against Real Madrid. Like I said, we haven't seen Real Madrid play. We've seen Oviedo lose 3-0 to me. I think you could look at all sorts of goal scorers here. Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. I could see them both scoring here. The tip is Real Madrid -1 handicap at 1.83. I think that's good enough. I think Barcelona would probably put 4 or 5 past them, but Real Madrid, they just need to get the win, really. I'm going to go for a 3-0 win. After this, Athletic Bilbao winning 3-2. We predicted 2-1. Happy with that. Vallecano winning 3-1 against Girona. Brilliant result, but this one's going to be much tougher. I think both teams will score. I'm going to say 2-1. The tip is Athletic Bilbao to win at 1.72, but you could look at both teams to score, and if you're really brave, you could go Bilbao and both teams to score, like I almost did against Sevilla, but I went with Athletic Bilbao double chance and both teams to score, just in case. After this, it is Sevilla up against Getafe. Sevilla, favourites at home, but Getafe beating Celta Vigo is a brilliant result. Sevilla need a win. They don't want to pull themselves down the league this early on. They're at home. I'm going to say 2-0. And the odds, I like it. Sevilla to win at 2.37 outright. Good odds. They're a good team. Getafe, they're decent. I think it'll be low scoring, but I'm going to say 2-0 to Sevilla. So there's a summary of my picks there. As with regards to upsets, I haven't really gone for many. Maybe Mallorca, Celta Vigo drawing. If I had to pick a game where I could see an upset, I think Rayo Vallecano could do a number over on Athletic Club Bilbao. But honestly, at this stage of the season, I'm happy backing the somewhat favourites at this stage and going for goal lines and that sort of thing for tips. But that is going to do it for this video. If you did enjoy it, please do drop a like. We've got Serie A and Bundesliga on the channel. Serie A a couple of hours ago, Bundesliga yesterday, and of course, Premier League is back tomorrow for week 2. So make sure you drop a like and subscribe so you don't miss it. And I'll see you in the next video very soon.